Hey everyone!
When everything falls apart, your arms hold me together. When everything falls apart, you're the only hope for this heart. When everything falls apart and my strength is gone, I find you mighty and strong. You keep holding on. You keep holding on.
I'm so sorry for not subbing last week or getting a video in. I was discharged the next day and I've been home ever since. I'm doing really well. I needed my chair the first few days I was home kind of completely, and then I was doing a lot better. I'm still doing really well. I'm only sitting in it right now because it's comfortable. I'm feeling kind of pre-syncopal right today, but I haven't been using it. I was doing an educational video a minute ago for my channel, so I just kind of stayed in it. And I thought I'd do my Elevate video while I had my laptop out, but yeah, I haven't been needing it, but it's really comfy, so I just kind of sit in it sometimes when I'm doing things. My dad's, sometimes will, like, when we're in church or whatever, be like, oh, do you want to, like, switch out of your chair into the church pews? I'm like, no, I'm sitting in a very expensive cushion right now. It's way more comfortable. So I just sit in it sometimes. But I haven't been needing it, which is great, because I hate it when I need it in the house. To me, that means a lot of regression. I'm rambling. What else? I get my new port next Wednesday, which is what I want to talk about today. It brings up a lot of memories for me that are still very fresh getting this new port. Because my last port got infected, as you know, and tried to kill me. So getting a new one of the exact same line is going to be, I don't know how it's going to feel. Obviously it's going to be a different port. It's not going to be the same one, but it's going to just be strange. It's going to be hard. Because getting the PICC line, I almost had like a heart attack when I remember the PICC nurse, just as I felt her sliding it in close to my heart, I just felt very upset, and I was just thinking, my poor heart, my poor heart. She's putting this thing, and my poor heart has suffered so much, and it's 3 days after I went into shock for the third time, and 3 days, 4 days, it was 4 days after. And I just didn't want her to put anything close to it again, and it was just very traumatizing and upsetting to me, and so now this is going to be the same line. I got okay with the PICC line. I got used to it. And so now it's just, you know, so I woke up this morning. I said, God, we need to talk. I said, I'm not okay with this port. And so I was talking to him about it this morning a little bit. Then I had a million things to do with my morning routine, which takes me between 30 and 40 minutes. Medicines, taking care of my feeds, just different things. So, you know, it's frustrating sometimes. I just feel like I never have time to stop and chill out in the morning. I always have to get up and go. But anyway, yeah, so I've just been thinking about that a lot, because I have to deal with it before I go into surgery, because I won't have time to, I can't think about this later, I have to deal with it now before it actually happens. You know, and it's just a lot of trusting him to take care of me, and trusting my doctors as well, that we're making good decisions. And it's just hard though, so I'm hoping that he will give me peace about it, and teach me a lesson through it. So I'm going to do a lot of praying today, because it's just hard. I don't like another port, you know. So I am going to be having to, I don't even know. I don't know what I need to do to deal with it. I'm not sure what I need to do, but I'll have to come up with something. And it's funny, my infectious disease doctor and I stay in touch, the one that saved my life. well, God saved my life, but he used her, and she emailed me last night, so I'm sure I'll shoot her an email about it too, because I found that talking to the people who were with me during the time, it was helpful. Well, after my septic shock, I was talking to Jan on Skype, and I said, I feel like there's some steps I need to take before I'll be over this. And so I wrote a list, and she helped me come up with a list of things I needed to do. And on that list were things like write it down in my book, and I've started to do that. It'll take me some time to get it all down because it's kind of long, but I've started to do that. That's what I was writing under my tree that one time. What were some different things? I wanted to see my old doctor, and I did do that, and that was really nice. I can't remember. It was quite a list, and I wrote it down, and it's in my journal. So I feel like there are sometimes steps that I need to take to deal with things. And sometimes having like a physical list is helpful. And it doesn't mean that I'm over it, like, oh, I'm over almost dying. Like, I'll never be over it. But it doesn't mean that, like, I don't ever have my moments about it. But it was only, it was only last month. But it doesn't mean that I'm scared about it. It just means that, sometimes I'm emotional about it. And that's not a bad thing. Because it doesn't scare me. It was just crazy, that's all. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to come up with steps, I think. And hopefully this is making sense. I'm just kind of rambling. I needed to ramble today, and I think that I'm picking this channel to do it. I'm sorry. You guys are the lucky winners of my ramble. Yay! So, what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to go to church today, but I woke up this morning and I felt like I wanted to stay home. And sometimes I feel that way because I know that I'll get more accomplished in my spiritual life home than at church, because sometimes I just am so exhausted. I don't get anything out of anything. I just sit there really bawling the whole time because I'm so sick. So, yeah. I don't know. So I want to listen to some music and just have a low-key God day. I'm feeling it today, and I love it when I feel it. Sometimes I had to really push myself to do it, and that's not cool. Like, you want to, like, really just want to. And, that makes me sad when I don't want to. That makes me so sad. And I'm being honest, like, sometimes you just don't want to, and that, I don't know why. But then when you do it, you get into it, and music's how I usually get into it automatically. If I'm in a bad mood, that's how I do it. Oh, and God taught, I'm so crazy. Aren't you guys having fun yet? God taught me something this week. Alright, so I'm trying to break a bad habit. And God was like, every time you go to do your bad habit, He said, just talk to me. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, just talk to me every time you go to do it. So every time I go to do my bad habit, I go, God, I'm frustrated, and I start talking to Him about it. And then I just start talking to Him. And it usually starts off with, God, I'm frustrated. So that's been cool. So we've been talking a lot more lately. and then one day, yesterday I think it was, I was like, God, I feel bad. I'm only really talking to you when I'm frustrated now. Or mostly, not just now, but mostly, most of my prayers now are because I'm frustrated because of this habit I'm trying to break. And it was Satan that was trying to give me that guilt trip. And He's like, no, it's fine. I just want you to talk to me. And so that was cool. So if you're trying to break a bad habit, that's a really good way to do it. I'm already beating it more, I think. So that was neat. Running out of air. I need to not talk so fast. What else? Good news, I am going to get to see Dr. Gisela this week. She's not inpatient, but I called and she's going to come down and see me while I'm there. So that's good because I hate it when she's not inpatient and I don't get to see her. I'm so ADD, but I wanted to tell you that because she's leaving next year to Wisconsin. So that's gonna be sad. What else? Really? Can you hear that? Why are we beeping? It's telling me it doesn't have any flow. It's almost out of feeds. I'm doing this in one take. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been just like, bear with me, I'm not editing. I'm tired of editing. Alright. That's that. So, what else? Not much. I think this is crazy enough. But that's what my point is. Talk to God. He will give you ways to deal with things, and it will be okay because He just has amazing ways to cope that you will not think of, even if they are very simple. And He amazes me all the time with them because He just makes everything okay. I don't know. He just does. It's amazing. It's cool. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. God's cool. He's awesome. And He will give you ways to cope with everything. And He will make the darkest situation shine because you will smile and go, that's not even bad anymore because He fixed it. Alright, I love you all, and I'm here for you, and thanks for listening to this ramble. If you got to this point, God bless you, and have a beautiful Sunday. Bye.